Hello.
Don't sound so enthused.
This is just my tone right now.
Hey, Tanner, you recently bought a house.
Yes.
When you guys had to do the closing and meet up with the lawyers, did you guys have to do that in person, or were you guys able to do that like over the phone?
No, we had to do that in person.
Balls.
We had to sign in person, yeah.
All right. That means I'll have to take time off work. That's good to know, though.
Yep.
Yep. Good morning.
Good morning. Fucking idiots. Shit.
Well, looks like my sound isn't working. I'll get that.
Ruh-roh.
No, it's no big deal. I'll get it set up while we get started. Looks like everybody's in the server, or most people. I got a couple things up so I can over most of the character sheets. How's everybody doing today?
Okay.
I'm doing all right.
Not so bad at all.
Standing. So, first things first, here is the map. So there's that to start with. And from there, we'll do, I might get the sound working, and while we do a short recap. If you guys recall, you have just crossed the ferry from the other side into the town of Hulver's Ferry. That is the logging town that has lost contact, and you guys are paid to come and find out what the hell's going on.
Hooray.
When you first entered the town, there was some small issue of people not fully knowing, sounds not connecting, fully knowing what was going on. When you approach this first farmhouse right here, there was a man with his toddler and wife who was essentially packing up their entire house, and you provided the assistance to finish loading up. And they left you with a good luck charm, and they rode the ferry across. One of you, few of you, also rode the ferry across to bring it back. And that is where we ended the game last week. That is also where we will be picking up the game. Since this is our second game, does anybody have any questions about anything, for that matter, regarding the game?
I don't think I have any.
No.
Outstanding. Then we are going to dive right in. So we will be picking up the game where we left off, with you guys having secured the ferry across and now have arrived back on this side with the ferry secure, ready to either rest or continue to explore. I did apply a short rest. And it's up to you what you want to do now. You know, bear in mind the guy who was leaving did warn you that there was a sickness that hit the town a few weeks ago, clouded people's minds. Some shut down like babbling idiots. Others became insanely violent, and the priests kind of locked themselves up. There were 2 temples. I don't know if anybody's taking notes. These are just some of the highlights. So from there, you guys are going to be able to decide what you want to do.
Maybe check out the temples. See if there's anybody in there that could give us information?
Indeed, those good people likely know what's happening here and maybe just need assistance.
Maybe they know what this disease is or have some clues about it.
You have taken a short rest, as I said. When you guys are ready, let me know what you want to do.
The ruined temple in the north end of town. It's where the priests were supposed to have gone. We're trying to figure it out. But I doubt there's anyone alive there. Can Nelka see this building? Or is it, obscured? By the way.
Whoa.
So you can see the building. The two squares, or I'm sorry, the square and the circle are the temples in town. You can see the buildings. It's fairly flat or flattened land, so you're not having any major issues looking through.
And I take it looks very ruined.
It does. It absolutely does look ruined.
Well, then, dare I say, we travel the main road, assist any who we come upon, but make our way, if we want, to that first ruined space and see, you know, what there is to see.
I will agree with that.
I have no objections.
I go wherever Arthanis goes.
Whoa, what the? Oh,
That makes sense to me.
I guess that works.
Okay. So you guys are looking to head just straight down the street. Are you taking any effort anywhere else? Are you just walking along the road?
Kashyyyk will be just watching kind of everything, being very observant, looking at houses and that kind of thing.
Noted.
Yeah, like if anything were to cross our path and or like draw our attention, I would guess we would stop to go look at it.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye out for anything unusual or out of the ordinary. In case any of them crazed cultists, or not cultists, but farmers try to decide they want to sneak around and like attack us or something from the sides or the back.
Interesting. Okay. So at this time, it's dawn, or shortly after you guys had camped, maybe a short distance outside of town. So it's still early in the morning. There's some pretty big farm fields off to your left. Numerous little buildings, nothing tremendous. This building right here is about 30 feet high, and it seems to have more of a circular structure coming out of the middle of it that appears to be a silo or possibly grain silo. There's a ground level door that you can see is standing open facing the road, and the top of the 30-foot silo looks to have a walkway and a door up top as well. The rest of the houses along the road seem to be standard houses with the exception of the square building. It looks to be some sort of fortified building at the end of the road.
Interesting.
As we pass by the potential grain silo, I'm going to look inside the open door.
So as you kind of pass through, you take a look in the grain silo. It looks abandoned, but with... Let me scroll over here one second. Still learning everybody's stat scores here. Kashyyyk and Estrella, you both notice a bit of motion near the top of the tower. There seems to be someone exiting the grain silo onto the catwalk at the top.
But he's up
But
there.
Estrella will look up and go, hello, and just wave.
So as you guys look up, you see a middle-aged woman, slightly plump, dressed in a now ill-fitting but pretty beautiful laced wedding dress. And she is standing near the catwalk, kind of from 30 feet away. It looks like she's glazed-eyed, staring out over the lake.
Not everyone here is going to be friendly. Maybe we shouldn't just announce our presence.
Oh, well, I thought maybe we could offer to help and, I don't know, just be friendly.
How far away is she?
She's 30 feet up, and
Oh,
she
just straight
begins to sing.
Oh. I was gonna send her a message and be like, do you need assistance?
I wouldn't mind going up and seeing if she's friendly.
The farmers
So-
that we attacked earlier across the bridge, they had the same glossy look.
They had more of a crazed, bloodthirsty look.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
she continues singing. From this distance, it appears to be melodramatic. It's very sorrowful, but over the top.
Kazu begins to cry. It's beautiful.
Techno just looks ready to like get ready to sprint over and prepare to. He just kind of gets like this weird feeling that this woman's probably gonna jump or something, and he's getting ready to catch her in case if she does something like that. Like I just get the weirdest feeling she's gonna try something stupid here.
Oh. And that maybe I should go up there.
Ash is going to put her hand in front of you. Hang on.
What?
Hello? Do you need help? I'll call out to her.
She doesn't really reply to you. She seems to be invested in her song, but she begins holding her hands above her head, and she looks like she has something in each hand.
Can I tell what
Can
it
I
is that's in her hands?
You can make an active perception check. I believe that was also what you were asking. Shoot.
Can I cast friends and ask her to come down? I'll cast friends and then I'll call up to her. Can you come down and tell us what's going on around here?
What's friends get you?
Advantage on charisma checks.
Go ahead and roll your persuasion, but roll it as a straight roll because you would have had disadvantage anyway.
Okay.
I was about to say like, what's up with the disadvantage?
She has flint and steel in her hand. She's about to set the grain silo on fire.
And exhaustion, Ben.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
exhausted.
right, exhaustion. I forgot about that. Yeah, the automatic.
He's soaking wet.
So as she finishes her song, she brings her hands together and strikes the flint and steel, and her dress goes up in flames.
Okay, not
As
what I
usual.
was expecting.
And though she's burning, she seems to have the wherewithal to climb up and jump.
Okay, that's what I was expecting.
When she
And-
hits the ground, is she squirming or seemingly still alive?
So she hits the ground with a pretty disgusting, sickening crunch. As she hits the ground, she looks to have stopped twitching.
Azu feels sick. And he goes over to see if she's okay. Well, if she's alive.
Is she still on fire?
She is burning.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
She was drenched in lamp oil, so she is taking fire damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bedroll out of my pack to try and smother the flames on her. To put out the flames first.
I don't have anything that I could. Well, I have a water skin, but that's not gonna do me much good.
Is she alive?
So
I'll
she
check.
didn't necessarily appear to die from the impact, but the flames combined with the impact have essentially either killed her or put her so past the point of let's call healthy that she is probably not quite dead, but is on the verge of death, and she's burned pretty badly. The accelerant being what it is.
If she is almost dead, Arthanis would walk over. Sorry. Arthanis would walk over with his warhammer in hand and say, "May your suffering end this day." And then he'd just look at the party just to see if there's any objections.
Maybe don't
Does-
smash her head in with your hammer. There's probably a more or a less gruesome way to end her suffering.
By all means, Kashoot. Teach me.
Cash will walk over, kneel down, take her dagger, and slit the woman's throat.
Elegant. Well done.
Yeah, Hazel doesn't like that. He backs away.
Azu is just gonna break out in tears.
Arthanis will drop to a knee and do a little prayer to Elmater, just welcoming this lost soul to a better afterlife.
Estrella's just gonna sit beside the body and start ritually casting a spell. Detect poison and disease.
Give me 1 second on that one.
We need to get this figured out quickly. This is unnatural suffering being brought upon these people. We need to. I don't think this sounds harsh, but if we see others like this, I don't think there's point in us attempting to try and help them or save them. I think unless we can find a way of directly helping each of them individually, we must find the source of this and put it out of existence.
I agree. I think we're not likely to find many people here still within their mind.
I hesitate even more to say this, but if we need to, quickly putting them out of their misery is the nicest thing we could actually do. I know it's gruesome.
She is definitely, as you target her with the detect. See, what was it? Detect poison and disease. She's definitely likely affected by some type of something, but she's dead, so the spell does not have an effect.
So,
You
detect.
assume, but Unfortunately, it doesn't work on dead creatures.
Sorry,
Because-
you're talking about my spell, right?
Correct. Once
So-
they
So for the
ahead.
duration of 10 minutes, I can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of me. So if
Correct.
I were to keep walking around for 10 minutes, I would be able
Absolutely.
to sense it somewhere else. But specifically, this person's not giving that off?
100%.
Okay, okay. Just wanted to be sure.
Did you detect anything on her?
No. Either she wasn't diseased and she was just crazy, or it wore off. We should keep going.
Kazu nods and rubs his eyes.
With haste, let's move.
So the buildings on the right, as you pass them, are abandoned houses. They look like kind of the smaller, lower income, less valuable to the community type houses. One on the left is your left, as it would be, is the big L-shaped house. That seems to be another large cornfield surrounded farmhouse. A lot of the corn in the field seems to have been trampled. Some places even has burned sections of the cornfield. The building across from it is a barn of some type. It seems to be open and abandoned, both the barn and the house, with no livestock. In the barn that you can see, the house itself is kind of boarded up with the door open. So you can't see really inside the house as much. And then, of course, off to the right at the end of the road is that stout building made of stone.
Can we tell what type of building it is?
So
Like,
as you
does
get
it
closer
does
to
it
it,
have a sign or anything like that?
it does. As you get close to it, you see a sign above the door that identifies this as the sheriff's office. It's a flat, single-story stone structure, and all the windows here are also boarded up. The door's a solid oak door, and it looks like the door itself is closed, but it looks like it's been struck with some type of axe. And multiple times. There's a porch along the side that looks to have a couple areas of dried blood.
I'll walk up to the. You said there's a porch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk
Yes,
up
sir.
to the porch and kind of investigate the porch and the area surrounding the door to see if there are any kind of traps. To see if maybe they trapped the door or something.
Duly noted. I'll leave perception or investigation up to you.
Okay. Where's my tower? What happened to my tower? There it is. It's hiding.
So there are no traps that you can detect.
All right. I'll come down off the porch. Somebody wanna see if the sheriff is in?
Kazu will step forward. I'm sorry, did I interrupt someone?
No, it's okay. I was just gonna say, Nalka's gonna go too.
Okay. You would like to peer inside? Hello? Is anyone in here?
So when you go to step forward, the door itself doesn't give way, showing that it is either heavily locked or barred from the other side. The windows are all boarded up from the other side as well. So, but the oak door does have a pretty sturdy, reinforced lock on it.
Estrella will turn around and like look towards the last farm that we just passed and like cock her head.
Give me a
Yeah.
perception check, Estrella.
The door is locked.
I do have some tools I could try.
Oof.
Knock first.
Knock
Hello?
knocks.
Knock first. Okay. Techno tries to kick the door down. He fails.
Not
So you
Not
hit
what
the
I
door.
meant, but
The door
probably
doesn't
works.
even budge when you kick it.
Like I said, like he just fails.
just gonna knock regularly. Just a knock.
You knock and get no reply.
Who's not standing by the door right now?
Hazel. Hazel is far away from the door.
I'm off the porch. Cash is off the porch.
I'll walk up to Hazel and just put a hand on his shoulder and just go, I don't think anyone's home, but I do think I heard something that way. And I'll point back towards the farm that we just passed.
Okay. Do you want me to follow you over there, or?
No, I was just kind of sharing information.
Oh, okay, I'm not going.
Okay. Do you want me to stay with you?
Please.
Okay.
If you would like to go over there, though, I can follow, but I'll back you up.
Well, Hazel might not back me up.
Kazu will.
I was-
Emotional support lizard.
I was talking about the other guy, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
Who?
Sorry.
Who? Who are
You
you
know.
talking about?
when you did the thing earlier,
What thing?
well, you were all like, "Oh no, I'm too scared. I'm gonna stay back here." And then all of a sudden, you were like, "I'm gonna do all of this stuff," but you looked different, and you marched in and said, "I'm gonna finish your job."
I have no recollection of this whatsoever.
It was
Estrella,
cool.
this may not be the time or the place for that conversation. Don't leave for a moment. We should stick together. I'm just gonna walk up to the door that we can't open. I'm gonna bang my not hard, but bang my warhammer on it twice just to make like a knock, and pronounce, "Greetings, good sheriff. We are an adventuring party sent sent by those who mean to help you. We're here to help."
You call out nobly and do not hear anything in reply.
Gosh, maybe it is abandoned.
Someone boarded it up from the inside.
I'm gonna bang it again once with my hammer, and then say, "Again, this is Arthanis, warrior of Ilmater, here to help assuage your suffering. Please answer."
I don't think
You
it's
are greeted with only silence.
You know what? I have a crowbar in my inventory. Is there a way I could like pry one of these boards off the window and take a peer inside?
You can give it a try with an athletics check.
All right.
I do think we should just leave. We don't want to push these people any more than they need to be pushed.
It's either that or they're dead inside.
You are unsuccessful. Apparently, whoever boarded these windows up did a pretty damn good job.
Let
I'm
me
just going to
try
assume-
the door.
But I'm just going to assume that I'm like just too exhausted to like properly get these things open because I rolled a 17. But you know, then again,
I
Shoot
also-
is going to try and pick the lock.
Yeah. I'll kneel down in front of the lock and give it a good once over before I actually attempt to pick it, just to be on the safe side.
There are no traps that you can detect.
Alright, and then I will fail miserably.
Wow.
Do you want me to try?
If there were a trap, you would have set it off. But you didn't because there wasn't.
Estrella, you thought you heard a sound behind us?
Are you going to try again, Kashoot?
Yeah, I want to try again. She's stubborn.
The second time, you just didn't have the grip right. You managed to pop the lock.
Does the door swing open? Am I able to open? I'm not gonna like fling it open. I'm just going to open it slightly so that I know that I can open it.
It does not swing open. You can open it, and I copied that you opened it ever so slightly.
Well, the door's open.
Impressive.
Good job.
Okay, I'll cast the light spell on my hammer, and I will just push the door open and walk in, pulling my hammer out. Greetings, we're entering to assist you.
So as you open the door, you see a desk with a large cloth scroll, I suppose, a rolled up large cloth thing, unrolled on the desk. It includes a couple of things laying on top of it. There looks to be a large amount of paper underneath it, like somebody unrolled it on top of it. There are also some cells too, and then a back room that seems to be open with a bed and a small living quarters. This looks to be both sheriff's house, office, and town jail all in one.
Can I look at the scroll and papers?
Can. As you make your way over, the large cloth is actually a fairly large map that looks to be of the region. It has 2 brass pins in it, and they look to be markers. And these locations don't have any writing, they're just kind of pinned to show that somebody has interest in them, whoever had the map. There is nobody in the back room. There is a large, locked, heavily iron banded, reinforced cabinet against one of the walls in that back room. For everybody, I'm going to share this image. So I don't know if anybody takes notes, but I'm going to send this to everybody. I want to show you how this would work. So does everybody have this note just come up?
Yep.
Gibbers.
So for notes, a couple things you can do. If you go over to the chat and you were to grab any text, left click and drag, you can just drop it from the chat box. You don't need to. Another thing you can do, if you like some links or something you wanted to do, this is what the map looks like, but you could also drag it and drop it. That way you would have access to it from your note tab, from a note. Just so you know, that is the actual map of the area. The large lake that you're kind of on the center of, you have a marking for what is called Orphanage, and then a place called Avarenhode Manor. You don't know what either of these are. There's, as I said, there's no additional notations that would indicate what they are. The orphanage and the manor have the pins in them.
I wonder why these are marked. Maybe they have something to do with the sickness? Maybe where it came from?
Maybe. Or where there was safe places to flee.
Maybe there's something in all these papers. I would like to continue looking through the papers for anything.
So as you look through the papers, you notice that there are a large amount of supply orders, generic, mundane things of that nature. Nothing tremendously relevant to this whole area other than some notes about the orphanage being a site of interest and the manor. It doesn't say why. She seems to have scribbled a couple things. And the more recent notes do seem to be a little less coherent.
Is the mine on this map?
The what now?
The mine.
I don't know what the mine is.
Oh wait,
no.
was there not a mine that collapsed in this area, or am I going crazy?
You might be going crazy.
Damn. Never mind. I have no idea where this note came from then. Never mind. Forgive me.
So these notes are becoming less coherent?
The notes, the more recent ones, a lot of those papers are old reference, small petty altercations, someone public drunkenness being charged or at least held for the night, but none of them are relevant to as far as you can tell. There's no notes that would give you any hints about anything specific.
Okay, so no hints of madness settling in on the writer?
The decrease in coherency may suggest that, or it may suggest just rapid note taking due to the crisis. You're not sure which.
I would like to continue looking around the place. Is there anything else that might stand out?
Other than the large cabinet, no.
Okay. Is anyone gonna try breaking into that?
Ash already walked over to it, or at least I typed it in
Okay,
there.
cool.
Yes, so Cash is over there. You also had Nauka in the back looking in the room. So with Nauka and Kashoot over by the cabinet, what is it that you guys want to do?
Who, me?
Yes.
I rolled to investigate.
I apologize. I just saw that. Yes. So there are no traps that you can detect. It looks to be, from this perspective, putting together the clues, it looks to be a weapons cabinet.
All right, I'm gonna pick the lock if it's locked.
It is locked, and it is now unlocked.
All right, I'll open it up.
So you pop the cabinet. Inside the cabinet, and it was a pretty decent lock. You have a large selection of weapons, 3 suits of studded leather armor, and a small wooden box at the foot of the cabinet.
What's in the box?
So let's start with this. This is what's in the cabinet itself. You got the crossbow bolts, light crossbows, daggers, hand axes, long swords. The long sword is silvered, and then studded leather. You can, but you don't have to take everything. If you do want something, you can just drag it onto your sheet, if assuming nobody else wants it. In the box, at the bottom, is some gold, 22 gold pieces, 77 silver pieces, a small trio of shimmering red potions, and a rolled up scroll.
I'll grab the scroll. unroll it and see if I can read it.
Nalka takes a step back.
Does anyone want the silver longsword?
The scroll itself is ineligible to you. Illegible.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll roll it back up and like hold it up in the air. We have a scroll here that I can't read.
Language. Oh, it's just.
Magic.
I have no idea. One that I cannot read. I'm gonna take one of the healing potions.
Yeah. I'm trying to take
Yeah, do you
one.
guys announce that all
Oh,
the
I
stuff
got
is
it.
in there?
It
Yes, I'm
looks
sorry.
Like the
Yeah, no worries.
number is not decreasing, at least on my end.
It's not.
No.
Fine. I'm gonna reduce it to 0 because all 3 of them are gone.
All right.
I will
Oops.
probably take some crossbow bolts.
Yeah, same here.
I'm gonna take one of the studded leather suits.
But
Hazel, someone is tugging at your hand. Are you wanting to stay in the sheriff's office or leave while everybody's looting?
well, I was outside anyways. I just assumed that they're gonna pull some out, so I was just dragging it to my sheet for now.
Gotcha.
No,
So-
I will be following Estrella.
Okay. So you guys walk over to an enormous 40-foot tall, very broad canopied oak tree covered with dull white bark, silvery leaves. The branches are moss draped, so even though the branches themselves and the leaves don't necessarily reach to the ground, the moss does. It stretches dozens of feet. Around the center tree, you find 3 human bodies hanging by the neck from coarse ropes, slowly swaying in the breeze. Their feet are just a few inches off the ground.
Oh, Kazu screams.
You are not there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No big deal. They are very dead, and they've been dead for a while. Back in the sheriff's office, I'm not keeping track of the parcels. I'm just kind of letting you guys take a look at it and remove. Is there anything that it looks like everybody has the things they want or need?
Somebody take the spell scroll that I was
Nobody
holding
has.
up.
No one
And
has.
I took the money out, just so you guys know. I'm gonna try and put it in the party sheet. I just couldn't transfer it from the sheriff stuff into the party sheet.
Me, I'll have to.
I'll do that for now, and that's what I'll do, and I'll just delete it. But I'll let you guys. Looks like you have that. Give me 2 seconds. I will transfer that myself into the inventory. There you guys go.
Cool.
I took a box of 20 crossbow bolts, an extra dagger, and an extra hand axe just so I could have something to throw.
You managed to keep the spell up while you approached the tree. You did not detect any disease, but again, it affects creatures, and bodies unfortunately aren't creatures unless they're animated. Zombies are creatures, but these are just dead people. It does not appear that there is anything else in the town, or I mean, sorry, in the sheriff's office or around the
We've searched
Oak
the whole
tree.
place.
da da da.
At some point during the looting, Nalka would wander outside again.
Once Ash switches out the armor that she's wearing, she'll go outside as well.
Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anything else to look at, so Kazu will leave.
Does anybody require any assistance with new gear or equipment, making sure it's effective? I know
I took the silvered longsword.
Okay, let me take a look. Longsword silvered on your inventory sheet.
Yeah.
Across from it, it'll have a little bag symbol right next to the 3 for weight. You want to click the bag until it shows a suit of armor, which will essentially mean it's equipped.
Oh, it's equipped now. Yay.
And that will make it appear on your actions tab.
Okay.
I can try taking a look at that spell scroll
Go for it.
that you said you found. Can I read it?
I'll hand it to him.
So you take a look over the spell scroll, and when you take a look, it is a familiar spell. It is a scroll of the spell Shatter.
Classic. Who else is a? Oh, I guess there's quite a few spellcasters, aren't there?
Yeah.
Anybody? This is a shatter scroll. Would anybody like it or?
Does anybody want it?
I suppose I
I'd
can hold.
rather not have it.
If nobody wants it, I'll take it. And if anyone decides that they do want it, I can hand it over.
I don't even know what it is.
And
Go for it.
just whoever takes it should be able to use it. I would say, right? That's
I don't think I can use it at this point.
Okay.
I don't know who can use it. If you can normally cast a spell shatter, I guess.
So the way
Just-
it works is
Oh, it's only
if-
available to wizards.
Oh.
Not me then.
It
Can't
should-
use it.
It should be available to multiple classes. The way a spell scroll works is you can see it's a level 2 evocation. If you click on the spell in the description of the scroll, you can scroll to the bottom.
Yeah, it's a
available-
source.
It's available for bards, clerics of Tempest Domain, eldritch knights, monks of some form, sorcerers, warlocks, wizards, and arcane tricksters.
Oh, when I scroll down, it only says wizard.
That is unusual.
Artillerist artificers, I could potentially use it, but not quite. But not at the moment. Because I'm not an artillerist yet.
Someday.
So yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I can see it. Okay, so am I the only? No, clerics can. No.
But I mean, that doesn't make too much sense. But I think I'm the only one who can use it, right?
I can use it technically too, but yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you're
well,
a
then you
cleric?
keep-
I thought you were a paladin.
I'm technically a warlock at the moment.
Oh, okay. So yeah, both of us can use it. So
But
if
then
you want
you should then you should take it if you can use it.
either or.
Hazel, keep it. It'll be of use.
Okay, I'll hang on to it for now.
You'll be okay.
Kazu, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I don't mind.
Well, I just don't think you could use it, Kazu.
Yeah, Kazu probably just looks at it. She can't even read it, or he can't
Yeah.
even read it.
Well, he's a Svar. They like to have grabby hands.
Yeah.
So the sheriff's office is empty. The fields to your left are trodden and burned. You notice that to the right, in this direction, the houses and the temple area are also suffering severe fire damage. To the left, you have some more intact houses, but they also, as you go around, you also see more and more rubble. There is, you can see from here, a large, possibly two-story inn building near you. So, and then of course the large white oak tree that seems to have been decorated with some ornaments recently.
Well, let's go check out those ruins or recent ruins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you guys head around. Again, it looks like the fire was spreading. As you make your way around, you notice that the actual temple was an outside open air temple. It wasn't a enclosed building, and the fire itself seems to have done quite a bit of damage, but it also looks like there was some destruction in addition, people hitting things, debris, ash, collapses. And as you approach it, you notice there's about 36 bodies charred lying among the debris and ash of the burned out temple. The statues seem to have been, when they were made, carved with runes of protection. Those have been pulled down by ropes or chains that were half melted. And it appears, for those of you who are of the more religious, no check necessary, this was a temple to the god of protection, Helm.
Yeah, Kazu is starting to feel sick again at the sight of all those bodies.
Someone should give this place a quick look over. Often places of this hold power.
What am I looking for?
Weapons, tools, enlightenment from the gods.
Very well.
I think the gods have long since abandoned this town.
Nalka will wade into the temple and start poking around.
Okay.
See, that'd be investigation or
I got you a map of this place.
splendid.
Ooh,
Neat.
fancy.
I'm sorry, Kashoot.
Yeah, Hazel is not standing up in there. Oops.
Let me unlock those tokens. There you go.
Need the emotional support lizard too.
Is it dark outside, Tony?
I am working on that right now. Sorry.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
Okay, cool. I wasn't the only one to see that.
That was my fault. It just all triggered as soon as I dropped it.
Here we go. Now Hazel has the emotional support lizard too.
He
So
appreciates
the-
it.
The sign, as you guys get up in there, give me an investigation or a perception check, those of you who are looking around. Bear in mind you have passed a sign that identifies this as the temple named House Formidable.
Can Nalka assist and give a advantage instead?
You can.
There you go. They don't have very good skills.
So all of you are essentially walking around looking for evidence of a number of things, and all you find is death and destruction, with the exception of Arthanis and Nauka. You detect some movement at your feet as two of the bodies burst into flame. As they burst into flame, the actual bodies shift as the skeletons of the bodies stand up, the burned and charred flesh sloughing off, remaining in a humanoid shape on the ground as the skeleton rips free, the bones themselves burning.
Perfect.
Roll initiative.
What is going first?
Nalka was fucking ready for that. Apparently.
I love how I rolled for initiative, and I rolled a 2 and a 3. I guess my character is cursed.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, didn't want to say that.
Or perhaps just exhausted.
Initiative is going to be on the main tab of your character sheet, dead center, underneath the letters INIT. It'll be immediately to the right of the shield.
Not gonna lie, those growling, grumbling sounds, totally thought that was my stomach for a second. I was like, oh fucking shit, I'm hungry.
Oh, I rolled a
mean-
reg.
Curious how Kazu didn't get affected by his exhaustion on the initiative. Or at least I don't see it on the.
Oh, I did a regular roll and not the initiative.
Oh, that would explain it. Okay, well.
Do I roll
You'll
again?
have to, yeah, go ahead and roll again. It'll
Okay, let me see the. Oops.
Matters not to me, huh?
Oh,
Nauka, I'm gonna back the skeleton up slightly so you're not standing or having to deal with
Inside
it
of-
right
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And you guys find yourselves with neither side surprised as they stood up, ripping free of their fleshy barriers.
Nalka will rage
Like you do.
if hold on a sec. Will that work? I don't think so. There we go. And now, just start swinging with their glaive there.
Just a swangin'.
And we'll call out, help!
Yep.
Help me!
Okay, I will. Fuck. I will cast Shillelagh on my staff. So that does that. It's my bonus action, and then I will run up.
Prove
brother.
momentarily. There we go.
To about there, wherever I would have been able to get. I
looks
would have
good.
tried to get flanking, but I can't. And I will. I'll shout, "No, back!" and smack them with my shillelagh. Fuck off, Tony. Fucking imagine though.
yes.
And when the skeleton doesn't go down, I'll go, uh-oh.
Yep. Wasabi.
Wasabi.
Mm-hmm. If
Y'all haven't seen the
that
little,
video,
the
have you
little
guys seen
wasabi
the-
girl?
have you guys seen that?
It's the funniest thing ever. It's so cute.
It's the exact same. It runs up. It's something you wanted till you got it, and now you don't want it. Okay.
Yep.
So something I didn't apply them retroactively. I got to catch up because I was actually lagging and replying. So when Nauka, you struck the kind-hearted skeleton, it jetted flame out towards you, both of you. So as you're hitting these creatures, it's burning you to hit them, each of you.
Gotcha.
Now,
Glad to hear it.
glad to hear it. And the skeleton draws out a short sword. The short sword is molten colored as it swings that first short sword at Nauka, trying to slash her, connecting, and unfortunately that weapon having that fire with it is, give me a second.
Detrimental to my health.
Well, it's poor coding. The people who converted this added an effect that adds 1d6 fire damage to the attack, and then added the 1d6 fire damage automatically onto it. So by using the effect, I double the damage, which is not what's supposed to happen.
Right.
I'm fixing it. I didn't code this, but don't worry. Only the first 2 or 3 are coded, so I'm gonna do the other 6 or 4, whatever it is. And then you have, I'm gonna fix your, alright, so I didn't roll those on you for the record. That one's on you. So you are hit with the short sword. It's a stabbing weapon, and as she stabs you, at least you don't bleed out. You are cauterized, at least.
That's good.
And the skeleton, it's, charred bits of flesh that came along with the bones are still dangling.
And cooking, I assume?
Well, they're pretty charred, so I guess they're overcooking, I suppose, would be. And Estrella, this skeleton stabs at you, and you manage to starly dance out of the way. Hazel?
Hazel will see that Estrella is fighting something and cast Chill Touch on it. Oops. There we go.
Pretty color, but royal blue on black. Alright, so we haven't done this in a while, but it's a feature I like to give the opportunity for. If you want to describe the death blow, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to, I'm not going to put you on the spot to have to do it.
No, since it's a ghostly skeletal hand that I summon, it will kind of go over and just like grab the skeleton and just crush its skull. Yeah. As it falls to the ground. And that's it.
Job.
Alright. Do I have line of sight through that column, Tony?
You do.
Okay. Just making sure.
I didn't do line of sight on this particular map because everything's fallen and knocked over.
Okay. Alright. Seeing everyone else take damage from melee combat, Campy will knock an arrow in her bow and fire at the remaining skeleton. And since he's in combat, we will do... Oh, I forgot to put the effect on myself.
No biggie. Go ahead and just roll it. I'll add it.
It'll take some getting used to.
No big deal. Everybody's new to these characters.
Yep. Is he still remaining?
He is. He is persisting.
Okay.
Now with an arrow. Your arrows does start to burn though.
Okay.
Arthanis will move over to there. And recognizing the melee danger, he'll pull out his crest of Elmater and
For the record, you are here. So
Yeah.
moving there does provoke an attack of opportunity.
so
So
I'm in melee range there?
you are. So let me brighten this up because it's a good time to cover it. So here's the.
Oh, okay.
So there's. Let me make those easier to see. So because he's right there, so you guys know all creatures essentially have a 10-foot range around them, and it looks. From there, he can touch it. These are the squares he can touch. Because he's half and half. So you're half
Yeah.
in his range.
Throw it at me, no problem.
Yeah, but I want to make sure everybody sees it. Did you still want to move there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, is that going to be melee range for me then? Or is that...
This won't be, no. You'd be out of his melee range.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. So I'll take the attack of opportunity.
Okay. And he swings or stabs that sword and misses. But he wanted to. Like, there was a desire to hit you.
Not in this holy house. And with that and the crest of Elmater in my hand, I will release an Eldritch Blast at him. But it comes out as like a holy light. And seeing that he didn't fall from that blow, I will finish my turn and my movement by moving to there to flank him.
Okay, Kazu will look at his hit allies and he will move up here. And how much HP does Nalka have?
3.
Oh,
But
could-
so does Estrella.
oh dang. Well, Nalka is in oh jeez. Do you have any health potions on you?
Nope.
Can I give you a health potion?
I think so.
You can hand him a health potion,
Okay.
but
how-
it's he's gonna have to take it and then drink it. It's gonna start to use up your actions. For you, you have the ability to cast Cure Wounds if you wanted to use a spell slot.
Oh, I thought we were at level 0.
No, you are at level 1.
Okay, I will cast Cure Wounds.
And if you are going to cast Cure Wounds, I would suggest stopping back here, where you're
Okay.
not within the range of being hit by a skeleton.
Okay.
So to do that, on your Actions tab, you have Cure Wounds that has a little plus next to it. You can drag that and drop it on Nauka. It's the little red cross right there. And then, since you've cast a level 1 spell, you want to click off one of the circles under spell slot.
Alright.
And that's kind of how you keep track of how many you have.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on Estrella too?
You can cast it on your next turn,
Okay.
or you get 1 spell and 1 move.
Okay, I guess I just used my move, didn't I?
You did.
Okay. I guess I did everything I can do.
I believe so, unless, yeah, I think that's probably all you're going to be able to do. And you can keep, the healing potion. And you guys could probably transfer it after battle. And if you
Okay.
are done, you want to click the little down arrow.
Yep.
Oh. Here I am mumbling about to myself and realize I'm not even freaking, whatchamacallit.
Unmuted.
Yeah, thank you. I'm just looking something up here. So fire damage on a fire creature probably isn't going to do much of anything, so that's not going to do me any good. I think I'm just going to take my crossbow, level it up, and take a pot shot from where I am. I can't believe that actually hit.
Is 1 hit point remaining. Courtesy of Arthanis, leaving him 1 left. The skeleton goes down.
Is
Good job,
Is-
guys.
is that what you meant? Naka asks Arthanis. By
No.
finding things.
One of the things you notice, Arthanis and Nauka, as this last skeleton falls, you catch a glint of metal within its rib cage.
Is it my arrow?
It is not. It is actually it is actually a gold and plated holy symbol studded with semi-precious stones. It is a fist that is apparently was around the neck of the skeleton, but at some point during the battle, its chest was caved in and it was knocked into the inner cavity.
Naka will pick it up and hold it up and say, "What about this?"
Ooh, shiny.
Do I need to make a check, or do I know what that is?
It is a golden, you don't need to make a check, it's a golden holy symbol of Helm. And you notice that it is completely undamaged and unscathed by the fire.
A symbol of Helm. Likely these were both priests who maintained this holy site.
Not very well. They'll say as they toss the amulet to Arthanis.
What do you think they did to just get, burned, turned into flames?
Yeah. Can I make a check on that to see if that's like a thing that maybe can happen to a follower of Helm? Like if they fall in battle, they can be reincarnated or something?
You can do a religion check. So, based on your knowledge, what you could probably guess is they were probably cursed of a divine nature. For what they did to draw down such a curse, you cannot even begin to assume, but it is probably a curse put upon them.
And would that be possible or perhaps likely that like Helm cursed these priests for what they did?
You could probably guess it was Helm or another divine creature.
So not Helm, likely.
You can't draw that conclusion without more knowledge.
Got you. The gods themselves brought this upon them. I wonder why.
I don't know.
I would walk over to the other body and pull out the symbol from inside of it, if it has one.
It does not. This only one of them had it.
Okay, can I heal up the others?
I'll leave that up to you guys. Do bear in mind that you guys can take short rests. Those are unlimited to a point. Your magic is not, and you can also take long rests. Like, you can only cast 2 cure wound spells, so I don't want you guys to be in a position of running out of magic.
Alright.
You also have healing potions.
Let's say I can cast Cure Wounds myself, but after that I'll be completely out of level 1 spell slots. I'll only have my cantrips.
I already can't cast my higher level magic.
I would say let's all just take a short rest here and collect ourselves and save your magics for what will
I'm not
likely still
100%
come.
sure what kind of party you are, but if it were me, and I were going to take an hour or a 10-minute break, I probably wouldn't take it in a massacre site. I'd probably head back to like a
I was,
reinforced.
Yeah,
I was
nope.
gonna say now because
Yeah.
here.
But you do
No,
you,
let's
you know?
The sheriff.
let's go to the sheriff's house. I'd say.
Okay.
If nothing else, we can close the door and lock it behind us.
Precisely.
Okay, so short rest. If you have any hit dice left, you can use it. 2 of you. let's see.
Yeah.
Estrella, looks like you still have a hit dice. Nauka, unfortunately, it doesn't look like you do.
Nope, you used it on the first one.
So
And
yeah,
where's mine?
I use
Yeah,
my
you
one
guys
of
shouldn't
the
need it.
potions.
You only need it if you're wounded. But if you are a warlock, you did get your spells back.
Wink, wink.
Nudge, nudge.
That's the great thing about a warlock is that you get your spell slot back on a short rest. You only get so many, but it is also
Alright.
cast whatever spell you get at the highest level possible. So
Estrella is doing her thing. She is healed up.
I
I'll
would
let you guys-
appreciate a potion if that is alright.
What?
I would appreciate a potion if that is alright.
Yes, I will hand over a how do I hand over a potion?
For you,
transferred
you can just
from you can transfer it from your sheet over to the party sheet, and then Estrella can just transfer from the party sheet to theirs.
Okay, where's the party sheet?
It would be right next to the combat tracker.
Oh, okay, I see it. Just move this out of the way. Okay, who needs a potion of healing besides Nelka?
Nauka, don't use the potion of healing just yet. I want to
Okay.
go over this real quick.
I'm trying to transfer it.
Should be able to drag the shield onto where it says inventory on the party sheet.
Shield?
It's a little brown circle on the right hand side of your inventory sheet.
It says carried.
To the right of that.
Oh, the dice looking thing.
So for you, next to where it says potion of healing, all the way over to the right, that little brown shield with a brown button, I suppose. You want to left click, hold, and drag and drop it onto
I
the
don't-
party sheet.
I don't see a shield.
So
No biggie.
the
I
little
will-
so the little
I went
brown
ahead and moved it
circle.
for you.
Yeah.
I went ahead and moved it for.
Yeah,
Okay.
where it
I'll-
says carrot.
Yeah.
Okay.
So on your
I'm-
inventory tab, where you see like the little your stuff, where like the little brown bag, the little brown shirt, what have you, all
Oh.
that. So that little brown circle, like right directly to the right of that little symbol, that's the shield symbol.
Okay.
So
Okay. Who else needs one?
I think no one else at the moment.
Okay.
There. That. All right, Nauka. I am putting on your actions tab a
Mhm.
potion of healing, and this is worth mentioning. For those of you who are using potions outside of combat, or if you choose to use them as a full action, you will want to use the modifiers option. So for you, it's at the top. You want to click max before you roll it. Because of how we're using healing potions, using it as a bonus action, probably in combat, is a roll typically. And if you're going to use a full action to smash the potion, you use the max button, which would give you the max healing. For you,
I clicked max and it did not seem to work.
I will apply that, and I'm going to see if I can fiddle around with that, so we're not using too much.
I rolled exactly the amount that I needed.
I'll see what we can do with that. And everybody is healed up to the best of their ability. And you now have spell slots regained for those of you who can regain them. And now the question is, where do you want to go?
Oh, I can get my spell slot back.
You unfortunately can't. The one of you, the warlock,
Okay.
can.
Okay.
I
What
would say
else?
we want to make our way to the other temple that's not destroyed. I'm beginning to wonder if this is some type of religious persecution.
That could be the case.
Okay, so shall we be on our way then?
Silver versus gold, you're saying?
What?
Perhaps.
I didn't hear what you said. I'm sorry.
That's okay, Kazu. I understand that you have hearing issues. It's fine. It it said gold versus silver, because we have a silver helm and a golden helm.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean by golden helm?
The one you just found was a golden helm holy symbol, right? And then the one the farmer gave us was a silver one. Am I mistaken?
Maybe there's a bronze one or a platinum one.
It's not on the party sheet anymore, so somebody took it. But
I have that here. You're right. Tony, would I be aware? Is this a typical thing in their culture or their religion? Or
It's really just what you can get it made out of. Most people are going to get it made. I mean, most people are going to have it made out of something extremely cheap. If they're religious, they're going to have it made out of wood or some really cheap metal. But if it's silver, it's probably a family heirloom. And if it's gold, it's probably something a head priest or somebody who has the money to be opulent. There's not any really tie. It's more just the financial capability of the owner.
yeah, I don't think it's quite that.
It's
Hazel,
basically just
but
a status symbol, I
maybe.
would assume.
When you believe in something strongly, you give it your all, and that comes in different forms, you know? Anyhow, let's go check out what this other temple is. It could be two sets of helm, that is possible, but I'm thinking might be something else.
oh, great, more danger.
Yeah, you guys did great. You guys are cool.
Yes, we are. Let's continue.
Indeed.
All right, where are we heading?
The other temple, I suppose.
You guys cutting across, or you taking the road?
Oh, we'll take the road.
Okay.
Take the scenic route.
So as you make your way around, I'm going to move the token right here. Something of note is this large building. It appears to be a 2-story fieldstone house with a slated roof, and it looks very, very sturdy. And there's a sign above the entryway that presents a monstrous-looking woman with massive bat-like wings sleeping underneath a willow tree similar to the oak tree with ivy, and the windows on the ground floor have been boarded up, sealed tight, but some of the second floor have windows open, and the general design of it appears to be an inn of some sorts. And none of the other buildings so far along your way or on the rest of the way to the temple draw your attention.
There didn't seem to be any movement in the inn-like structure.
Not that you can tell, but again, most of the windows are boarded up. So
Anybody recognize the creature on that signage?
you can roll an investigation or an intelligence check if you wish to try to translate that crappy ass drawing.
Yeah, I can't figure it out. Does anybody know what that is?
Maybe I can give it a shot.
Nope, sorry.
Nauka and Techno, you would guesstimate it's probably an approximation of a harpy.
I think it's supposed to be a harpy.
I would have said a succubus from the way how badly it's drawn, but yeah, I guess a harpy works too.
Oops.
So this town praises harpies? Can we tell, like, is this signage look weathered and like it's been here for some time, or is it like brand new?
It's pretty weathered.
Okay,
It's probably the name of the inn.
I guess it could just be a cool name.
Be the hankered harpy.
Taking a nap. The harpy is on the sign. So where you guys continuing on to the temple? I'm speculating.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
All right. So as you approach this temple, passing up other buildings along the way, some interesting, some not, this building catches your eye as the most interesting you've seen so far, if not the most gruesome. This has somebody has taken polished metal sheets, hammered them very thin, then polished them to a shine, and then adorned the exterior of this domed stone building. So all over the building, the whole thing has polished sheets of metal. Each of the polished sheets are embossed with decorative symbols of coins, scales of trade, commerce. It seems to have weathered a lot of the recent strife and violence a lot better than the others buildings you've seen. The solid oak boards do seal up every window, and the great entry doors seem to be reinforced with a massive iron gate. Before you guys do anything, I want to give you a heads up for this campaign. I did not make the maps, so we're going to be using the maps that came with it because it's pre-made. So do bear in mind if some of the maps are ugly. I didn't make them ugly. They just happen to be ugly. This map's not
Oh.
ugly. but some of them are. Just for the record.
You ugly.
So I put you right in front of the gate, or slightly to the right of the gate on the map.
It looks like we can kind of see inside the gate.
Yes, they don't have any doors, but they do have a large metal gate.
Do we see anybody inside?
You do not. You do not see anybody inside.
Is the gate locked?
Nalka
It
tries
does appear
gate.
that the gate does have a padlock on it. I missed your question, Nalka.
I was just saying Nalka tries the gate, but if there's a lock on it, then no.
There is.
Well, they shake it anyway. Let's go with it.
Shall I announce us?
Might as well.
I'll bang my warhammer up against the metal gate. Greetings, greetings. I am Arthanis. I'm part of an adventuring party here to help this town. Is there anyone in here?
You do not get a response.
Hello? We're not here to hurt you. We're here to help you.
Hello?
Perhaps nobody is home.
Kashut, could you do the honors?
She'll step forward. Give it a quick once over. Just to make sure there's nothing untowards. The lock. Tony?
There is nothing untowards that you can detect in reference to the lock.
I will attempt to unlock it.
You successfully pick the lock.
Alright. I'll take a step back. It is unlocked.
Roll initiative.
Oh, the door closed behind me. My heart sank.
No, that was my bad. That was my bad.
Yeah.
Again, they're so ready for violence at all times.
Ah, dude, there it is.
Alright. As battle begins, Hazel, you feel the surging feelings of losing control.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Shit, you
And
can't
I
even
assume
control
you
it?
guys can communicate fairly simply. So, I mean, I work on the assumption that you are able to tell each other where somebody else, or where the enemies are.
Yeah. Nalka would step in and look left and right, and then ready their glaive like they're about
Okay.
to get tackled by some fellas.
So you guys see the same darkness come over Hazel once again, and his demeanor changes as well as he strides up through the gate.
Are you okay?
He doesn't speak to you directly.
quick
Just
I mean-
lets
before.
go of the hand with disdain.
Give me 1 second. Kazoo, can you roll initiative real quick?
Oh, sure. Thought I already did.
Didn't seem to take for some reason.
Oh. I rolled a 20
Okay, I'll put that in.
for like the second time in my life.
If you just double click on the +1 or the plus whatever under your initiative, it should automatically roll it in the chat box for you.
Oh, okay.
Just for the future.
Okay.
I'm also surprised you managed to get a 20 on a disadvantage.
Yeah. So I can move back, and Kazu can take her turn or take his turn first.
Okay.
Here we go, Kazu.
I'll come up by Nalka's side. And oh. Hello? We come in peace? I'm ready to stand my ground in case any of them attack, which I'm probably sure they will.
Do you want to hold? Do you want to take any readied actions that you will take when something happens, or do you want to
Yeah.
just kind of wait it out?
I think I'll just wait and see what happens.
Okay.
And I tell them, it's okay. We're not gonna hurt you as long as you don't hurt us.
Okay. You can roll a persuasion check. That's on your skills tab.
Let's see. I'm looking for it. Oh, here we go. Oh,
Very nice.
that is
Nice.
insane. That was insane.
A 19 and a 20.
Hot dog.
Okay.
Hot
You're
damn.
not exactly sure what effect it has, but you are able to try to convince them that you are looking for peace. We'll see what they do about it on their turn.
There's some guys in here, everybody. They don't look friendly.
That's not good. You should probably get out of there then.
I am going to follow that advice and just step back and stand right beside Arthanius. Can I do that, actually?
You can. You use 20 feet so far, so you have 10 more feet of movement.
Nalka, are you coming?
What do these guys look like?
So the ones in white robes look like relatively low-ranking, holy servants, I suppose. They're like, and then the one in the very back is wearing very expensive-looking robes. That being said, even the low-ranking ones, their robes look very fine. They look like they're very valuable-looking robes, and the look in their eyes does not suggest that they plan on hugging you.
Okay. No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to.
No worries.
I'll get it one of these days.
So yeah, again,
Loading process.
Mars will stride up, step aside. And as he gets up there, he'll call out to these, "You powerless fools think you can impede me." He'll send an acid splash towards these fuckers. And miss.
No, that was a dex save. You're good.
Oh, yeah, right. Hit them both then. Cool.
Oh shit. Every single time I cast save spells, I forget about that.
I always forget that too. Feels like I
What?
messed up.
Oh,
That their fail is actually their fail.
Right. Well, your acid
Not
hits
my
one of
fault.
them, and he screams, and then falls. The acid, as the
Oh, it
spell
should hit
name,
the other guy too.
as the acid name implies, it splashed backwards, hitting someone else, and he seems to have taken the hit a little better than the others.
Perfect. Cool, and then that'll be my turn. He said what he wanted to say.
Alright. Will I have any sort of difficulty crossing the pews?
It'd be double movement to cross over the pews.
Okay.
Per pew.
Per pew.
Pew.
I wasn't aware we had laser cannons in here.
That?
Oh shit! Heck yeah!
Alright. And then with their glaive, Nalka will reach out and stab this here fancy looking feller.
Oh, fancy. Made a country song about her.
It's a good song.
I think so.
Okie dokie. Stunned by what just happened with Hazel. Oh my god, I zoomed in way too far. Oh noes. Oh noes. I accidentally had held control while I was trying to move my character, and I fucking zoomed way in.
I saw as she faded out.
You can see that happened? That's hilarious.
You shrunk your
Yeah, I
token.
saw it.
Whoopsies. Okay. So she'll move up to about here.
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
I'm gonna move you up to there. I'm not sure what happened, but it sounds really bad.
Okay. I can't see anything from here.
No.
I'm gonna assume it's all taken care of, so I'll just call out to Mars and go, is everything okay in there?
Nothing someone so pathetic as you could help with.
Rude! We don't talk like that to your allies. Say you're sorry right now, Mars.
Absolutely not. I don't take orders from weaklings.
I'll show you who's weak. Someday.
So, okay. I will hold my action to cast Produce Flame and throw it at a hostile creature if it comes into range. So that's, let's see here. My range on that is...
I'm hostile only in words.
Yep. Uh-huh. Don't you worry, you're on my fucking radar. No, I'm just kidding. I can attack with the flame. Doing so ends the spell. Sure. As an action on a later turn, you can hurl a flame at a creature. Oh, within 30 feet. So within 30 feet of me, if a hostile creature that's not in the party member comes into my 30 feet radius, then I will make a ranged spell attack.
Duly noted. All right. So this priest is wearing a holy symbol. It is also wearing some nice fancy robes. As it moves closer to you, Nalka, you notice that underneath those very expensive looking robes is metal armor.
Night.
And the creature walks up, raises a morning star. As it raises a morning star, you see there is a holy symbol carved into it, and the morning star itself looks exceptionally well crafted as
Oh, good.
he swings it at you. You manage to deflect it, but there is quite a bit of skill in that swing. It's likely that it would have stung had he connected with you.
Mhm. That's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
I could probably pepper this one acolyte here. I think I'll go ahead and I'll try doing that. Just sort of gesture for Arthanis to kind of step back, just a scotch, and I'm gonna try and take a botch out of this dude. And miss. And
That
that's
hits the wall.
say yeah. I hit something, not what I aimed at though.
All right, the acolyte raises a club. Not an awful looking club, but it does charge forward. And before I roll that damage, I believe that puts him within range of Estrella's attack.
Sure does.
And I should still have mage armor up, so my AC should actually still be 15.
I don't think it's going to be a factor for that, but let's put that mage armor on. So as it runs forward with the intention to bop Mars, a fire comes out, and if you want to describe that hit, you can, but the moral of the story is he's gone.
So I would have prepared it, and so my hands would have been flaming, and like I would have had my like fingers going and just like moving the flame around, so I didn't burn myself. And then as I saw it, I would have got like thrown my hand forward and like thrown the fire through, and it would have like engulfed them, and then they would have turned to ash almost near instantly. And I'll just look over at Mars and go, "You're welcome."
It appears that you do have your uses.
Shocking, I know.
We all have our uses.
Alright, Arthanis, you make your way in, and it looks like Nauka is doing battle with a warhammer wielding, very opulently dressed man.
Tony, are these combatants crazed or appear crazed like previous ones we've encountered?
They look hostile. You can't quite differentiate from these ones whether or not they're crazed or not.
Yeah, okay.
There was some attempt to de-hostile them, but then Mars hit them with acid, and that kind of went the way of the dodo.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks, Mars.
We want to be your friend.
You're welcome.
Fuck you. Eat acid, bitch.
I will cast as a bonus action my curse, my Hexblade's curse. I'm gonna cast that on the mace wielding seeming leader of this group of people. I think I applied that all correctly. I think.
We're gonna find out.
And even though well, yeah, I'll move up to here. Would I take it if I attack the person I have my curse on with an Eldritch Blast? Would that be at a disadvantage or no?
Don't know.
Like because I'm in melee combat with another opponent?
Well, if you're within, if it's the curse is not a ranged attack, then you are fine.
I'm thinking I'm gonna cast an Eldritch Blast over this guy's head, that the acolyte number 16.
Then you'll be fine.
Let's do that then. It was at disadvantage. I don't know why, but whatever, it hit.
Because it's ranged. It's not. Let me look into that. But
Well,
it hit
nonetheless,
him.
yep, nonetheless, hit him for max damage. Blast him pretty good. That is my turn. Did we skip Techno?
Nope.
No, I already went. It's just I only had one action, which was a missed
Oh,
pot shot from a crossbow.
Yeah.
My bad.
Ben
Gotcha,
has
gotcha.
another cursed character on his hands.
Yeah.
That's my turn.
I mean, Rogar wasn't that bad, but still.
No, he wasn't.
Take a look at the situation. Alright.
I'll say this: if Techno goes south, I'm just gonna bring in another melee character. Then again, Spear was a melee character, and she was just about as cursed as it.
That poor kitty.
Hey, at least you survived.
That she
Yep.
did. That she did.
Ash will vanish in a glimmer of shadow and appear behind Hagram Foss. And swing her rapier.
Advantage if you haven't clicked it.
Oh, well. Did, but I got a error message.
You can just roll
Try
twice
again.
if you want to.
Let's not let me drop it on him. Let me try it this way. Nope, I keep getting an error message.
You can just throw a d20.
Yeah, let me try it one more time. Yep, it's not working for some reason.
Armor class is 15 if you want to just throw a d20, and I will tell you if it hits. That'll hit.
Alright. The damage worked.
Usual. But he manages to take a hit. You do notice that his robes have numerous scales and gold coins embroidered on it.
Interesting.
This acolyte is using its club to swing at Nauka, giving her the old
It'll be
1-2 Bopperoo for
the
1
old-
point of
the
damage.
old one.
The old 1-2 Bopperoo.
Bonk.
And that puts us Kazu. The two of them are dead, and the others are engaged in heavy melee back and forth.
Akazu is angry at what Mars said, and he feels emboldened to join in the fight. As he steps in, he glares at Mars and says, "I've already gotten enough crap from my brothers and sisters. I don't need it from you too." Then he's... If I throw a firebolt, will, anyone in front of me be affected?
No.
Okay, I will throw to hit my fireball. Oh, wow. I'm on a roll here, literally.
And let's drop it. Which one are you
Nice.
wanting to attack?
The one... Let's see, what... I think
One in-
I'll hit... Which one has the warhammer?
This one right here in purple.
Okay, I'll hit that one.
Okay. Let me do this, and then you can go ahead and roll your damage. And I'm going to apply that twice because it's a crit, and it'll be easier overall because crits do double damage. So you did
Oh,
14 points of fire damage. You can
Very
also
nice.
move again if you'd like.
you can do what?
You can also move. You only moved 5 feet. If you wanted to move again, you could. You don't have to.
I'll just stay where I am.
Noted.
And Kazu growls after the damage has been done. And I will end my turn after I get the combat sheet up. There's so many things up here.
It takes time to get used to it. I know you're new to Fantasy Grounds.
Ugh.
Once you get like a setup, it's all good.
Yes. There we go.
All right. Mars doesn't even concern himself with answering Kazu, and will just cast a spell. 2 failures again. Fuck yeah.
Now, does that hit everybody in the area?
Nah, it's just 2 creatures. I get to specify.
Like, did you?
It says choose. You can choose 1 creature you can see within range, or choose 2 creatures you can see within range that are within 5 feet of each other.
I mean, Nauka and Arthanis are there too.
I don't need to hit people that aren't hitting me yet.
Yeah, don't follow my footsteps.
I was gonna say. I mean, with this party so far, I need to check.
That's it for him.
It happened one
Yeah,
freaking
okay.
time, guys.
Yeah, and we'll
nuke
never
the
let you
party.
let it down.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
Whoa! I also got a big ol' error.
I don't know what that's about. That's a hit, though.
Well, that was a 5. Plus 3 is 8. But I can try
Noted.
rolling again. and
No
see what
need.
comes through. Okay, now that went through. Weird.
I added the damage.
Anyways, yeah, they make their glaive out while balancing on the pews.
Okie dokie. I'm going to attempt to just step in this way. Trying to like skirt my way around what I can't see yet. And then I will, hold on. If I cast this, oh, he's 35 feet away from me. Okay, so you know what? Maybe I will back up if I was able to see that beforehand.
You would. If you need
I
to.
will-
No biggie.
Yeah. I'll go back 10 feet there. Okay, now it's not working. I was
You got
clicking
him
on-
targeted.
Okay, I just couldn't see the little arrow. Okay, now I can. If I were to cast Produce Flame, would I miss my 2 companions, or would I need to position myself in a better scenario?
You would miss them.
It's going like straight through them, basically, right?
Or over their head or something
Oh.
along those lines.
So I will cast Produce Flame again, and before I do anything, I'll just yell, duck! And I'll try and hit them. Hit Hagrim Foss. Oh,
Worked.
because I was using control, or control is my thing, I think it rolled it at advantage. Do you want me to just do that again, or no?
No, both would have hit. No big deal.
Okay, perfect. Hey.
Heyo.
Nice.
He goes down if you have a desire to describe another kill with fire.
Yeah, I'll prep that spell again, so my hand is now wreathed in flames. I'll yell, duck! And I'll throw my hand out, and as it, like, shoots, I imagine, like, both Arthanis and Nalka, like, either turning and seeing the fire come, and, like, eyes wide and just, like, duck out of the way, or like throw themselves back, kind of like Matrix style,
Yeah,
and then
Annabelle,
the-
is standing on the pew, so they fall off the pew in surprise.
Oh no!
my bad. And then the flame hits Hagenfoss like right in the chest, and it spreads over them and just kind of like explodes across their body.
Standing.
Whoa.
So we are going to end the game there. All the stuff is where it should be. I do want to show you something real quick, Estrella, that'll make your life a little easier. Does your actions tab up right now?
It sure is.
So display actions is exactly the way you want it. You don't ever want to change it off of that. Your mode, so it says standard. So if you take a look, if you go to like preparation, you have 2 spells memorized. In combat mode, it only shows the 2 spells, and then I unclicked one of your slots. So when I click this slot, your last slot is used for the level spell that's essentially no more slots disappears.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
So as you go up in levels and you get 2nd and 3rd and 4th level spells, your sheet will become more manageable, because as you use all your 1st level spell slots, your 1st level spells vanish, so you don't get confused.
Gotcha. Okay,
But-
perfect. Yeah, I was leaving it up so that I could see the rituals ones that I could cast while like I'm not in combat, but that's a good idea.
Absolutely.
Maybe
I just
switch
wanted you
between
to, and the reason why I pointed out is because it's perfectly fine now, but when you get up to 15th level, your spell sheet's just gonna, especially being, you're just gonna be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling.
Okay,
So
cool.
that's where we're gonna end it for tonight. We will deal with the looting next game, and that's all I got for you guys.
All right.
Sounds good.
Good job.
Sounds good.
Don't worry too much, anybody, about Fantasy Grounds or people's getting used to it. It takes a while to get used to it, but on top of that, it takes a while to get used to new characters, get used to Fantasy Grounds. It will get faster. Combat will get faster. It'll get more efficient as you guys learn each other. So no stress or strain. But have a good week, and I'll see you guys next week.
Cool.
See
See
you
you
Tony.
guys.
Tony, real quick.
Shoot.
Does Hazel come back?
No.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
cool.
3 is what you got.
Okay.
What a cool function.
We
Good game,
will-
everybody. We'll talk to you guys next week.
GG, guys. Sorry for the
Amen.
insults.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm
Someone's
excited.
about to get thunder waved.
I know Tanner just wants me to fucking blast him.
Oh, yeah. All right, good night.
Night, guys.
Later.
Good game.
Bye.
Later, guys.
Good night.
Eddie, I'm not switching chats right away, so I will switch
Yeah.
chats shortly.
I mean, we can just stay in here. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.